Hey there, buddy boys, how you doing today? This is Kingdom Rush Frontiers, the new update, the Halloween update. We're going to have a bunch of fun playing through these 3 levels. Yes, there's 3 levels. We're going to play through all of them on medium, then we're going to go through and play some of the challenges and stuff like that. But before I get too ahead of myself, let's get started here. And we're going to show you my hero really quick. I use Ulrich. I feel like he's one of the best free heroes, so I use him most of the time. I will probably showcase the other heroes a little bit later, but I like going with free stuff because not everybody's going to spend the money or drop that $7 on Boneheart to help beat this map. So definitely don't want to do that. Also, my upgrades, you guys are probably going to have a huge advantage over me because all I have is the archers, mages, bombs, and rain of fire. I'm skipping the basically the 2 unit thingamabobs. Reason being is that I just started the game today and I wanted to beat the game to get to this so I could show you guys these maps. So yeah, definitely it kind of sucks for me, but what are you gonna do? So here, let's skip that stupid comic thing. I don't usually like to pay attention to that stuff. And let's see what's coming out. So there's zombies coming out. There's 30 zombies all the way already. Holy crap, 30 zombies. So first thing I'm going to get is, because there's so many of them, I'm actually going to get a Dwarven Bombard, kind of highly upgraded. I'm also going to get a couple archers over here, kind of in the middle of the map, because I feel like if you have them in the middle of the map, you can pretty much defend anywhere. So let's get started. Also, I think I'll put one right here. I feel like that's a really reasonable thing to do. And then I'm just going to keep upgrading my archers in the back here. I feel like that's probably the best thing, because guess where they're going to leave? They're going to leave towards the back. So if you have a decent defense towards the front, and then you have kind of a cleanup defense in the back, that's usually what I like to do. So solid attack power right over here. Ulrich, I'm going to move Ulrich up just a little bit so he can actually attack some of these zombies a little bit more instead of just using his sand warriors. I actually want him to attack these zombies because they have such a low attack. They're never going to kill Ulrich. They will never kill him. At least I don't think they can. So anyways, we're about to use our Rain of Fire right here on this big gigantic group of zombies. That'll give us bank. Look at all that money we just got. And that means we can upgrade some of our towers over here. Also, the next wave is coming out, and they actually are not just coming out from the left side. They're coming up from the left side and the top. So we're going to have to play a little bit differently than what I thought. Alright, I thought they were going to come out one way and leave 3 ways, but now it looks like they're coming out the left and the top. So, we're going to play it, like I said, we got to play a little bit differently. Alright, let's get our little guys going over here. I don't know what the heck I want to do with them yet. And just upgrade some stuff. Whatever. Just upgrade some archer towers and stuff like that. And we might have to use our Rain of Fire pretty darn soon here. Alright, and then, oh my goodness, what is this? Uh-oh, I'm using my Rain of Fire. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. So I use my Rain of Fire right there. Hopefully that'll help me out a little bit. There's so many zombies coming out of nowhere. Where did they come from? I don't like this at all, guys. I don't like this at all. Ulrich's got to move back just a little bit. And they slowed down. That's the good news. Holy crap. They slowed down, but they're still pretty darn far already. I got to use some of these. Ulrich has got to move back even further now to help stop these zombies. Very, very tight indeed, but it looks like we are going to fend off these silly little zombies. Jeebus Christ. Alright, so yeah, you definitely got to use a lot of Ulrich action whenever those zombies do that stuff. What else is coming out? So now there's some ghouls coming out. They all ghouls. There's lots of ghouls and zombies. I can only assume that ghouls are going to be kind of like zombies, but maybe a little bit faster, or maybe even magic or archer resistant or something. So I'm going to get at least 1 mage up and 2 mages up, and let's send out this next wave here. Alright, so what are these ghouls? They are low armor, so that's not that bad. They have low armor. They're not very good for... You can actually hurt them with magic as well, so magic is probably the best thing to use, but archers are definitely not terrible. As you can probably tell, the ghouls are coming all down towards Ulrich up there, so that's good news. Ulrich's going to be able to fend them off really nice and easy, and I'd like to get a crossbow fort in the middle here. I feel like that'll help me out tremendously. It'll give me a bunch of attack damage right in the middle there, where I can attack pretty much all over the map. Money seems to be scarce, though, for sure. I mean, we're already on wave 3. I mean, it's not that scarce, I suppose. It's just because there's so many guys coming out on these waves. They're very, very long, to say the least. Very long. That's not the only thing that I have that's long, but hey, let's keep going on here. Let's keep playing this. So I'm actually going to use my Rain of Fire right over here on this big group of zombies and hope that that's going to get me a lot more monies, and then the next wave is going to come out pretty darn soon here. Again, I don't know if I want to get crossbow forts, because there's nothing really that has good armor or magic resistance just yet. I don't know if there's going to be something very soon, but there probably will be something that's going to have some sort of resistance. So here we go. We got 1 crossbow fort, 2 crossbow forts. What else can we do? Can we do anything special? Is there anything, these hay bales down here or anything? So what's coming out now? Ghouls and zombies and ghouls and zombies. That shouldn't be a big deal either. I'll just send them out right away. I like sending out my waves nice and early because it helps give me that little bit of extra gold. I really enjoy getting that little bit of extra gold, even though it's 20 gold here and 15 gold there. I feel like after 12 rounds, it really does add up. It really adds up. So we're doing pretty good. But again, once this happens, it looks like I think the only thing that actually moves faster is just the zombies. So I'm actually going to use my Rain of Fire up on the top there. It looks like that's the biggest problem for me right now, is up on the top there. And there's a ghoul that just got through. No. Stupid ghoul. So we are down 1 life already. We're only allowed to lose 1 more life before we do not get 3 stars. I'm going to get 3 stars. Guaranteed. I can't get no lives lost every single time. Alright, so since these zombies are probably going to be the biggest problem of them all, if I can get a dwarf up, my dwarf will pretty much rape all of them. Think about it, guys. A dwarf is just going to be plain amazing. It's only 200 more gold for me. So that'll pretty much limit all the zombies coming out of the left side there. Oh, and now there's flying guys coming out, so there's bats. Oh my god, 53 bats and 14 bats. What's with these crazy numbers, too? I really just don't understand those numbers right there. So that means I'm not going to get the dwarf just yet. I have to deal with these bats somehow. So let's get some more archer towers over here. I feel like the bats are probably going to be something along the lines of good versus magic and bad versus arrows. Or just have 0 resistance overall. Either way, and let's just use a Rain of Fire, just because you can't really use Rain of Fires very effectively on any sort of flying guys. So here we go. The bat, the giant winged creature made out of shadows. They stalk the night and search for prey. They're fast and they're flying, so yeah, there's no resistance on them. All you got to do is, usually it's actually pretty darn easy to beat the flying guys, unless you go too many artillery towers. I usually don't go too many artillery towers, so definitely not bad here. Looks like they are going a bunch of different ways here. As long as I don't have to build anything right now to defeat these bats, I'm just going to let them ride on through, and I'm going to get my dwarf. It looks like we're doing, I mean, I guess there is a bunch of them. There are so many bats, and we're getting a lot of money for them as well. So let's at least get 1 upgrade here. Let's get this guy up a little bit, 160. Again, I don't know if you guys know or if you guys have paid attention to my channel at all. A lot of you guys probably aren't subscribers, especially if you watch this video a couple months after here trying to look for a walkthrough. But I'm trying to find a new way to record, and I just bought an iPad, I just bought an Elgato and stuff, and it's not working, so I am just very, very upset. I have to go back to my old way, which lags a little bit, and it sometimes makes those little annoying noises, which I definitely don't like, and there's pretty much nothing I can do about it right now, because everything I try and do just doesn't work. I'm not a tech pro or anything, and it kind of just sucks. So anyways, we're going to get that dwarf up. This guy's going to be a dwarf. And more zombies, so of course, more zombies coming on the left side. I really don't have to build anything else on the left side. I'm going to build more with more solid defense on the right side here for sure. So more crossbow forts, a little bit more magic, all that stuff. Also, I have to make sure I get a lot of solid defense in the back here. So I'm actually going to get my guys all the way back here just to make sure nothing gets through. I really don't want any guys to just sneak on through like they've been doing, because there's a lot of zombies trying to come on through up through there on the top. I'm also thinking I might have to get another couple artillery towers over here, like a Dwarven Bombard or something, up pretty decently high. As you can tell, my dwarf is doing a really good job versus those zombies, but he's not doing as good as I thought he would. I thought he would obliterate literally every single zombie, but the zombies that come out of the graveyard up there, not quite as easy to kill. But again, they're overwhelming us just a little bit, but Rain of Fire cleans that right up. I really love my Rain of Fires. Hopefully you guys do too as well. And I just don't like that these zombies come out of nowhere. Like, I really wish that I knew where they were going to come out. It's just kind of scary not knowing where they're going to come out. Also, where is Ulrich right now? Well, Ulrich's on the bottom there. That might be why those zombies are getting through up there. I'm using him ineffectively. You guys need to use Ulrich a little bit better than what I've been doing. Alright, since we have bank right now, what are we going to spend it on? I guess... I don't know if the necromancer tower would do anything with these zombies. I assume that they won't, but I have to test it out. Oh, yes! No, it doesn't. Does it really? Every single zombie turns into a skeleton? F yeah. So let's do that right over here as well. Here's a new enemy. What is this? A werewolf. Once formidable warriors, now crazed with bloodlust, fast, high damage, and health regeneration. That does sound like a werewolf for you. So we're going to move Ulrich actually all the way over here. And I'm going to hope that the dwarf's going to do a decent job versus these guys, but they do have quite a bit of health. And you know what, also, because they have health regeneration, it's not quite as easy to kill them. And the dwarf's kind of ineffective, so we're going to Rain of Fire all those werewolves. Obviously, really nice and easy kill with that Rain of Fire. Look at my amazing skeleton army versus all those guys. Basically a skeleton versus a zombie, and then another skeleton pops up. It's nice and easy to kill those guys. So let's get another one of those up. I'd really like to get another necromancer tower up here. But as long as you're moving Ulrich around a little bit and using a little bit of micro here and there, micromanagement, use Ulrich, use your reinforcements, use your Rain of Fire effectively, you shouldn't have too many problems with these levels. We're already halfway done, and honestly, the only hard part was probably level 1. Alright, just more werewolves coming out, so that again shouldn't be a big deal, especially when they're coming through my giant crossbow fort army in the back here. I have a lot of crossbow forts, if you can't tell, at least 3 for right now, and we're going to make it 4. Actually, no, I want to get my necromancer tower first, so let's get that necromancer tower up, and then I will switch over to a couple more crossbow forts and stuff. I mean, these werewolves are pretty darn strong. I don't really know exactly where I want to put them just yet. So here we go. We got the necromancer tower up. That should stall them a little bit and allow my dwarf to do a little bit more damage. And they're also strong skeletons, if you can't tell. So that's nice. That's pretty good. Got another Rain of Fire here. Clean these guys right up. Wipe the floor with them. Yeah, yeah. You guys know how I like my werewolves. Skinned and killed. Okay, so. Alright, I guess you could call me Van Helsing. Van Helsing, the werewolf destroyer. So what's coming out now? We got more, just a few werewolves up there. More werewolves coming out on the bottom. Very tight in the bottom there. I'm getting a little afraid again. I really don't know how these guys are. Do they have any sort of resistance? They do have magic resistance, actually. A little bit of magic resistance. So I really like to send these waves out early, but I'm not doing that right now. So let's get another one of these guys up. Let's get one of these guys up to a different thingamabob. What's that thing called? It's called a battle mecha. Don't know why I couldn't remember that name right now, but I just couldn't. And Ulrich, again, is being the lifesaver. Just moving him around nice and effectively is just what's been making my day nice and easy. So what's next? What's next? What do we have to think about? Well, I think there's going to be some sort of new enemy coming probably on level 13. I noticed that's a really common theme in these games, is that a big, strong guy is going to come right around level 13. So that means you gotta have crossbow forts, and you gotta have something that can stall these guys. So we're actually going to move Ulrich over here and use a Rain of Fire on these guys. It's usually the way I like to roll. And get a little bit more attack power over here. And because I have those 3 guys down there, we should be okay. Just barely, but we were okay. And more flying guys, so bats, nice and easy bats, just a few fast ghouls, more ghouls. Alright, this is going to be nice and easy for us, just ghouls. Ghouls are nice and easy to kill. Now, I'm trying to stay away from barracks as much as possible. Reason being is that I don't have the upgrades for them just yet, so they're kind of ineffective to use right now. So I'm going to need some more archer towers over here. Definitely some more archer towers. I can also just use my quick Rain of Fire right here. And a couple more crossbow forts up. You guys know I love my crossbow forts. I'm usually a heavy crossbow fort spammer. I usually don't like the axe throwers as much. They're not really effective, and you can't get the late game barrage upgrades over here, which can be good versus a lot of strong guys. That's usually what I like to do. I also like to get a lot of barrages in my late game action. So again, if there's any sort of lag on the screen, I'm sorry. I really wish I could fix that stuff. I've been trying to do my best here, but I can't. Oh, here they are. Here's these strong guys. They're actually coming a little bit earlier than what I thought. I thought they would come on wave 13 or so, but they're coming on wave 10. They're called Abominations. Is this basically a Frankenstein? Giant flesh golems made out of mutilated limbs and bodies of many creatures. Well, that's kind of scary, actually. Slow, explodes on death. Oh, well, that's pretty intense. I don't know how that works, but cool nonetheless. And that also means that our dwarf is not quite as effective, so of course they do this to me. They make... he's actually not that strong, though, unless a bunch of those guys are coming out. I didn't look how many are going to come out. But obviously, Obviously not too bad. They only have 2,000 health, and our necromancer tower does like 75 damage per thing. We also got a stun on the dwarf. He stuns a couple of them every once in a while. I think it stuns every like 3 times or so. Something like that. About 33%. Maybe it's a little bit less than that, actually. So what's going to be coming out now? More abominations, some zombies, and more zombies. Alright, so there is quite a few abominations coming out here. So I'm actually going to get to the Burny stuff over here. I call it Burny stuff. It's the Furnace Blast. I'm used to Bloons Tower Defense. If you guys know anything about my channel, I play a lot of BTD battles, Bloons Tower Defense action. It's another strategy game. If you guys haven't played it, check that out as well. So more ghouls, more stuff coming out of pretty much nowhere. So what the heck? I'm going to have to upgrade these guys at least once more because I'm just afraid of these random guys coming out of nowhere and just running through my defense. As you can tell, the abominations are getting pretty darn far, but what we can do is use a rain of fire on a couple of these guys and maybe get some extra gold to help deal with these guys. I'm also going to use Ulrich in a different area. I'm going to move him more towards the abominations so he can actually attack them a little bit more. And maybe get some more mage upgrades as well. Mages are actually really darn good for just good attack power overall. As you can tell, Ulrich is getting killed, so we're going to use a little bit of micro here and move him around a little bit. What you can do is you can move him away, let him regain his health, and then move him back and stall the guys just a little bit more. That's how you got to do it. That's how you get the best attack power out of your guy, as well as helping him survive. And also he can just use his sand warriors and stuff like that every once in a while. Only real problem is sometimes they just do crazy amounts of damage to Ulrich, and I really don't understand. Oh, they explode on death. That's what was happening. So a bunch of zombies coming out down here. My artillery is really not doing that amazing versus them, so I'm definitely going to get this battle mech up. That should help out a lot versus those weaker guys. More bats and abominations coming out. So there's abominations coming out the top. That's kind of sad. And 10 abominations coming out of the bottom. So I'm probably going to have to use my rain of fire. I don't know where I'm going to use it. I'm hoping that the bats are going to be nice and easy to kill, even though I got my my battle mech over here. He's not really going to be that effective. He can't even attack the bats, and he's not really that good versus strong guys. Usually you want low attack towers like a bunch of these crossbow forts and stuff are better versus the strong guys. So because there's a really short path over here, I think I'm going to actually use my rain of fire over here. I can use it on those 3 abominations right there. It's not the best thing in the entire world. Oh, they're super fast too. What the heck? This is just plain crazy. And also, there's like no countdown or anything on how that actually works. So we're definitely going to have to get another few of these towers up. Got to get mage towers up. Got to move Ulrich around. Got to do a bunch of stuff right now. It's just crazy micro. It's not going to be the same thing for you guys as it is for me. Everything's going to be completely different. So you got to kind of plan it out a little bit. And there we go. So not terrible. Not terrible. Definitely not fantastic. But as long as these guys are heading towards the right over there, I'm feeling okay. So let's get Ulrich over there. I mean, he's going to get a couple blast radius in his face, but that's okay. It's okay. If Ulrich dies, Ulrich dies. I have to kill these 4 or 5 abominations. Is it in there? I don't even know how. Yeah, there he goes. By the time the next level comes out anyways, Ulrich should be back. So what do we want to do with our money now? I think what I'd like to do is get some wasp missiles up. I'm a huge wasp missile fan. So we can actually sell our crappy archer tower that's over there and get another set of wasp missiles somewhere. The cool thing about wasp missiles is they can, as long as there's somebody in his range, the wasp missiles will attack the guy in the very front of the map. So you could have a guy be across the screen, and a wasp missile can save your butt, especially getting that 3 stars. That's why I really like the wasp missiles. They're really nice and fun, and they're kind of cool to use. So yeah, look at that lag. Oh my goodness, I hate looking at that lag. It just makes me feel bad that I want to make high quality videos and I just can't. Alright, so let's get some more battle mechas up. I know they're really expensive, but those wasp missiles are just so darn effective. I just can't make myself get away from them. My dwarf is actually not doing as much damage as I would have thought. But again, I was expecting more zombies to come out. I was just like, oh yeah, look at all these zombies coming out, and then werewolves and freaking, what the heck were those guys called? Abominations started coming out. Those abominations, they are definitely abominations, for sure. I don't even know what parts they're made out of. Tell me in the comments, what do you think the parts are of an abomination? How many animals are they made out of? I'm just curious. I kind of want to read these comments and see what you guys think about it. By the way, I should be getting those other 2 videos up of the other 2 maps coming up pretty darn soon here, so I don't know exactly when, but pretty darn soon, hopefully. At least that's the plan to get them up. As you can tell, we're doing a pretty decent job here, so we're actually going to use our Rain of Fire on this big group of werewolves and then send out the next wave. Again, that little bit of extra gold can go a long way. Battle Mecha, Wasp Missiles. And there we go, there's those zombies on the bottom, which definitely liking my Battle Mecha now. Definitely liking them. I'm going to move them all the way down to the bottom here. Also, I like that you can move your Battle Mechas around a little bit to use them a little bit more effectively. But a lot of strong guys coming down here. I really think that what they're going to do is they're going to make it go really, really fast on this hard level. Of course they're going to do that. I'm also going to get a Necromancer Tower here. Only reason is I want to get a lot of skeletons up for me. And there they are. There's those guys. So if we can get some extra skeletons here, that should be amazing. Be amazing for us. I'm also kind of relying on my Wasp Missiles a little bit to help do a little bit of stuff. I don't know what that popular barbecue is, but maybe it'll be kind of nice. So we're going to get the Lightning Strike. And what that does is it allows you to go in between just more than one enemy into up to, I think, 3 enemies or 4 enemies or something. I can't read it anymore, but it was a lot of enemies and I liked it. So anyways, Rain of Fire right on these Abominations right here. Holy crap, Ulrich's got to get all the way down here. They're nice and slow now, so that's the good news. But there's kind of a lot of them built up in one spot there. There's like almost no health, though. And we're going to move Ulrich out of the way so he doesn't explode. And look at that, we're doing fantastic. There's quite a few Abominations left, but still we are doing fantastic. What I can do is just use a couple more reinforcements, and it looks like we are just going to clean up the rest of these guys as well. As I got a bunch of money. Let's make sure we spend it. We don't want to get caught with our pants down and think, oh, we got this, and then just get completely raped here. So these ghouls are going to be tough, obviously. They're trying to sneak through. They're going to get a bunch of really strong Abominations up there, kind of tanking the damage, then sneak some ghouls through. Yeah. See, look at that. I get some creepy sounds in here. Oh, silly me. Silly me. Making a bunch of creepy sounds and stuff. I really do like this, what they did with the new update. I think what they did is I think they changed it so the highest level bomb tower doesn't make it cheaper anymore. It makes it so it can stun. I'm not sure if that's what it was or if they changed it or whatnot, but yeah. So anyways, 3 stars, we did it. We only lost 1 life. It was kind of early on there, so hopefully you guys can actually not lose that life if you play just a little bit better than what I did and maybe use a little bit more micro. Overall, it's definitely going to be tough to beat. It's going to be tough to get 3 stars, but I think you guys can do it if you really put your mind to it and you practice a little bit and get a little bit better and maybe follow this guide a little bit. So anyways, that's all I'm going to have. As always, if you guys want to press that little like button, appreciate that. Once I get the other videos up, I'll put a little annotation right up there for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that right now, and have a great day.